people. Good afternoon. Thanks for being at Roundtable. I know you guys are I know some people are traveling. We've got some new people here. And of course, we've got Igwe. So today, we've got an incredibly sizzling episode, hotter than fresh off the grill property deal. Okay. I'm your host, Kimberly Beasley. Most of you already know me. We're about to serve up some hot questions to our real estate guru, Igwe, who's been riding the sub-2 wave, making deals like a pro and turning market challenges into golden opportunities. So buckle up. We're here to witness the ultimate real estate power hour. That's what we're calling this thing, the power hour. So our guest speaker today owns 5 properties using creative financing. He's a sub-2 student for several years now and an architect of acquisition, Igwe. So let's get ready to dive into scorching topics that every real estate entrepreneur needs to know and that you're going to get here on the Roundtable. And this isn't just a chat, guys. This is a real estate power hour. Ask questions, interact, ask Igwe anything. He's given up his time here. He's generous with that. So I want to make this count as much as we can. So let's get going one question at a time and let's get to it. Igwe, thank you so much again for, hold on a minute, try to admit Deanna. Okay, another one. So much for giving of your time today and all your energy and all your knowledge and stuff like that. I know you and I have talked a couple of times today, and this is Roundtable. This is what a group of a bunch of entrepreneurs trying to do the same thing, leveling up our businesses, finding people to network, finding deals, etc. So you're the man. And why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and everybody show them some love, okay?
Absolutely. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kimberly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you for putting this together. So I am Igwe Nwagwu. I've been in sub-2 for quite a while. We've pretty much started in sub-2 around like 7 or 8 months after the whole group started, and it's been incredible for our life, for our business, for our connections, for our relationships. It's been quite a whirlwind, as many of you can probably, relate to. When you first get into sub-2, it's like drinking water out of a fire hose, right? So
True.
I'm just here to help add value as much as I can. We've done a few things in about every different area. We also do Airbnb, and we own a few. We kind of cherry pick our deals in terms of creative finance, which is my specialty. So if you guys have any questions about sub-2, creative finance, seller finance stuff, that's why we're here, so we can all make a few more deals, hopefully.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, Igwe. I know you're talking about your properties, and you and I've talked a little bit about it, but not everybody knows. Where are you mostly? Where are your properties mostly? What markets?
Yeah, absolutely. So we pretty much generalize in Tennessee. So okay. I'm from Nashville originally, but I've lived in Memphis. Some of our properties are in Clarksville, Tennessee, which is near Montgomery County. Very big military base up here. We've done a lot of deals in Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville. I went to school up there, so we've done some deals up there. And pretty much anywhere in Tennessee, if you got a deal, I can help you out.
Okay.
We also focus in Kentucky, North Carolina, and Georgia. Nice. And also, if anybody is capable of putting on their cameras, it'd be extremely helpful, because right now I feel like I'm talking to a wall. I mean, Kimberly looks great, but everybody else, I kind of want to, meet you guys, build a relationship, so I can, put some deals for you as well.
It's fun too. I'm glad you said that, Igwe, because I'm like going, I know, there's not a lot of people, but some people I haven't completely met. Some of them have a W-2, some of them are on the road. So yeah, but if you can turn on your camera, that would be so great. But thanks for being here anyway.
Absolutely.
There he is.
Also quickly, to put in perspective, if you guys are working W-2, you are in the perfect group in terms of sub-2, because this is definitely an opportunity to get in the right vehicle. Before I started in sub-2 in 2020, I think it was like 2020, 2021, I actually was doing insurance for 7 years. I had to move back in with my family, and that was very, very
Oh, you just muted yourself.
After being in sub-2, I actually purchased my own sub-2 house, which I'm living in now. And then since then, we've been doing a bunch of wholesale. So if you are working W-2, I want to let you know there's a lot of hope to get out of it. We do real estate full-time now.
Yeah. I love that we're able to do real estate full-time. I applaud the people that have a W-2 try to do this. Really do. Absolutely. Okay, Tennessee, that is fantastic, Igwe, because Tennessee, we were just there. Chase and I were just there a week ago in your beautiful city of Memphis at one of the hospitals there, but it was really nice downtown and everything. So just got a little taste of that Tennessee a little bit. Okay, I had a couple of questions. I was trying to, be a little proactive. Had a couple of questions. Somebody asked me about some market volatility. They said market volatility, it's like the roller coaster of real estate. How do you navigate these ups and downs? And what's your advice for keeping cool under pressure?
Absolutely. So keeping cool under pressure. I actually have a fan right here, so that's how I keep cool under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, but for real, in terms of volatility, there's always going to be volatility. That's just the market, right? It goes up and down. Right now, if you guys have anything on the market, you'll see that, like, I don't know how it is for other markets, but I know here for Tennessee, like if you put something on the market, things are usually staying on the market longer, and then buyers are not buying as much because those mortgage rates are a little too much. So in terms of volatility, the best way to adapt to that is having different strategies, in my opinion. I can only speak for me.
Okay.
So the best thing you can do to combat volatility right now is to know creative finance, right?
Yeah.
Because, let's say a year or two ago, you could just, give a cash offer, everything was fine off the shelves. But now you're going to have to be a little bit more creative because that end buyer wants to be in a house, but these rates are, and what's going on is kind of transitioning America to like more of a renter state, right?
Yeah.
A renter country. So we're doing a lot of like wraps. We're doing some creative deals. We're doing like lease options for people who want to own that house that have, the cash, but they don't want to spend like $1,800 a month on a house payment.
Yeah. That pain. Okay.
Also, to answer your question as well.
Yeah.
How you combat that, like for real, is you either get a network of individuals who are on the same page, like sub 2, or JVing and teaming up with other sub 2 students. I'd say that's the easiest way to combat it.
I think that's the easiest way too, and I agree with you 110% because I think in a community like this, especially with sub 2, if you're not in sub 2, fine. That's why we're kind of doing this community more intimate for newbie people. Most of the people that are in here, Igwe, are new. You're the old guy.
Oh no.
We're the newbie.
Right.
We're the new ones, and we're all out, every single one of us, entrepreneurs, we're hungry. We want to level this thing up for sure. I mean, tell me if anybody in here, am I wrong? I don't think so because I know each and every single person here. So I know exactly what we're trying to achieve. But with sub 2, you've got 10,000 people to do business with. Where in the world could you possibly find an industry that you could do that and be that close to those people and get answers and put out your stuff, etc.? It's exciting to me. I mean, I've been in business a minute and nothing like that. And maybe one day our little round table will be like that.
Absolutely. I believe it will.
You never know.
Yeah. And keep in mind, like when you join sub 2, you're also joining a network. So
yeah,
assume you're going to let's assume you're going to Wyoming. There's sub 2 students in Wyoming. If you go to Georgia, you can always find a place. I mean, I was in Vegas. There's a crazy amount of sub 2 students there. I've been in North Carolina. There's sub 2 students there. So honestly, a smile and a handshake goes a long way. So
yeah,
try to work as much as you can.
For sure. Does anybody have any questions they want to please ask Igwe? This is very informal. Anything about his properties, his deals?
Is there any deals you guys have problems with right now?
Nobody?
I think everybody's talking at the same time. That's probably what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I think, Tracy, are you talking?
I just unmuted. I know my sister Roni is unable to speak right now because she's actually at her W-2, but I know that she's had issues with comping a property in Georgia and Decatur. And we've tried everywhere to try and get this place comped, and I think she even tried the sub-2 to have them try for her, and they couldn't. Should she just give up?
I don't think that's a good option for anything, but she could, but it wouldn't make sense. What I would do personally is, what kind of property is it? Is it land or single family?
No, it's a residential single family. I don't know if there are any specialists in comping here. Can I get the address for you and ask for help with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I can also connect you with a Keegley rep that's pretty knowledgeable in Atlanta that will help you comp it as well. But let me do it for you real quick.
It's Ronnie, text me if I have it right. It's 2157 Doris Drive in Decatur, Georgia.
Okay.
Is this the right arena for this? Kimberly, tell me if I'm out of line, okay?
Tracy, you are so online.
Okay.
Exactly what we're trying to do.
This looks like a nice house. Is it the White House?
Yeah, it's the White House.
Okay.
We just can't find any comps. We even drove the area yesterday, and the area, it didn't look very great. But of course, it's being sold by an agent, and of course, the agent is saying that it was an Airbnb for 4 years, and it was a cash flowing Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
But we couldn't see where around it would lend itself to that kind of business.
Mm-hmm.
So
it looks like it's on. It looks like it's on the market as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's an agent who's trying to sell it, so she saw it on there, and she was just. Of course, he's very interested in trying to sell it, I think they dropped the price last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on the market for 111 days.
Yeah, it looks like they price dropped it by 10,000.
A couple times.
Yeah. Let's see. So, if you go on Zillow.
Yeah, I went on Zillow.
Let me see.
Igwe, can you share your screen? Can you do a screen share?
Actually, I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can.
If you can't, I can try to do it from my end if you want.
Yeah, try to do it from your end.
Okay.
I'll show you pretty much what we do real quick when we're comping. It's the easiest way if you're just like on your cell phone or laptop.
Yeah.
So, Miss Kimberly, if you can go to Zillow, type in the address.
2157 Doris Drive.
Oh, well, it needs to keep up with my typing here. Decatur.
Yes.
All right, give me a second. I'm pulling it up now.
That's awesome. How long have you been in sub-2, Tracy?
About 2 weeks.
Oh, man. How's it
Baby.
How's it been so far?
Very, honestly, overwhelming. I feel like I'm in a perfect place to be to get this business going, but it's just so much material and so many. I just jumped off a sales meeting with Caroline to get onto this one. That's why I was a little late. I feel a little overwhelmed, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. I'm telling you. But it's a good feeling to have. It's a really good feeling to have.
You think so?
Yeah, I've been in situations where I've had like nothing to do, and that's, the opposite of the spectrum, right?
Okay.
But first, I would figure out more about yourself. Figure out what your strengths are, what gives you energy. I would go over the avatar Zoom, figure out what kind of avatar you are.
Agreed.
And then from there, just stack on your strengths and then find people to JV with who are in your weaknesses. So for me, I'm a visionary, but I really love negotiation. I like underwriting deals and I like sales. So I did door-to-door sales insurance for like 7 years. So I love door knocking.
Oh.
I love door knocking. I have a lot of success door knocking. We do about like 3 to 5 deals wholesaling door knocking.
You see, I figured I could do door knocking until, people started shooting people so much these days that we kind of got scared.
Hey, you gotta have a bulletproof. That's all you gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
You have
There's
to have
also
what?
groups in Georgia, Tracy. There's groups in Georgia that go out and do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But what I've noticed door knocking personally is, of course, anything can happen because that's just how life is. But as long as you go to these houses and you're respectful, usually people are going to mirror that, So usually when I go up to the house, I'll like wave at the house first, like while I'm walking to the house, so I know I'm not anybody crazy. And then usually I like crack a joke. I'll say, oh, or I'll say something positive. I'll be like, oh, those are really cool, flowers you guys got in the front. Or I'll say, are you guys Tennessee fans? If I see a Tennessee flag, build a little bit rapport, and then I'll go into my spiel.
Okay.
Yeah. But for this house here, Horse Drive, if you click on the picture, Miss Kimberly, that's of the house on the left, just click on the picture.
Oops, hold on. There.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Exit out of that one, and where you see home values, try to scroll down. Yeah. And you should see another picture.
For home value?
There's another picture I'm looking for.
Okay.
Let's see.
Like a map
Yeah, let me
or
pull
comp?
Yeah, this is going to be for. Okay, so when you click on overview at the top,
After you click on home values.
or just scroll all the way back up. Yeah. All right, scroll down slowly. Yep. It's going to be right under overview. So it's going to say get pre-approved loan when you scroll all the way to the top. There you go, right there. Click on that box above
Here?
Street View. The blue box, yeah.
This one right here.
Yeah. If you click on that little box and then click on lot lines, this is the best way to comp. If you click on that lot lines, it'll show you exactly what actually sold.
Oh.
And on that same street. This is extremely valuable. So if you see across the street, there's like another property. I think it's a little bit higher square footage at 345.
Yeah.
And right next, you have a property that's under contract at 6, or that might be on the market at 269. You can click on that. So they just dropped their price, 16,000. So it's a 4.2. I think yours is a 4.2. So the market is the most transparent indicator of what's going on, right? So right now, what that area is saying is that price, people's prices are too high for that area. So I'd probably assume that house, anything around like 250 will probably sell. So you may have to do like seller finance on this deal since it's already been like 4 months with the
Right.
Yeah.
So you think that 250 is a good ARV? Is that what you're saying?
It's probably what they're so they put it on the market and the house needs work. So in present value right now, what they're saying, the market's saying at present value, anything over like 260, 270 is not selling in that market. So you'll either have to do a value add or you're gonna have to reduce your price, right?
Right.
If we click on this picture right here, we can kind of see like how well they did this flip.
This is a cute house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that when I went there.
Yeah. So they did good on this house.
Yeah.
Right. They did a backsplash. They painted all the cabinets. They fixed, the floors. The trim is pretty good. They got an open concept. Ceiling lights.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So when you're doing a fix and flip, your clients that you want to buy your house are also looking at this house, right?
Right.
So if this is like a fix up house at 270 and it's still on the market, I would say a house that needs a bit of repairs will probably need to be at a discount. So that seller or the agent, probably the agent is telling the client, a story.
Right.
So you can come in with value, say, ask the seller what they're looking to accomplish, give them that number and say, we're a business. And as long as our terms work for our business, we can give you your number you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
If you can see how long it's been on the market too, that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's been on the market for over 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This 2162?
The 2157. Oh, this one you're talking about, Igwe?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
And that's still pending then, huh?
Yeah, this one's not even pending. They still can sell this one.
I'm not sure we're going to find a DOM. Do we find a DOM usually on Zillow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you ask just now, Kim?
A DOM is days on market.
Oh, yeah, you can. I think there is a way.
Okay, they listed it. You can scroll up real quick. So they listed it in May, and it's been on the market for almost 4 months. So it's been on the market as the same amount as the other one.
Right.
This house may even be a potential sub 2 deal also.
Yeah, because on April it was sold.
Yeah. So you got 2 potential sub 2 deals on the same street right now.
Yeah.
Wow. That way that you did that, you got to those comps was very interesting. So you went to home value and then you went to overview. And then you clicked on the black box, right? Yeah. That's what I wrote down. I couldn't follow it, so I wrote it down.
Yeah. I'm a visual person, so if I see it, it's really easy for me. I mean, you can do a lot of other sites like comping on like PropStream and stuff, but what I've noticed from like our buyers that buy our wholesale deals, they've showed me this. This is like the most pragmatic, like easy way to actually see what's sold on the same street, because usually those are the comps.
Right.
Gonna go after.
114 days on Zillow, this one.
Yeah. That's crazy. It looks like they listed it like close to the same like week as that other house.
Right.
They've just got it too high. So that'll tell you it was too high and they dropped it.
Yeah. That's a really good one. You might have 2 opportunities on this. Do you know why the seller or are you talking to the seller or the agent?
The agent. Apparently the agent he says that the seller is his sister, and she had it rented in a long-term rental for about 4 years, but that person has given it up, gone, whatever, and so that she just wants to get rid of it.
Okay. Do you know? So she was renting it, and now it was the sister, and she's wanting to just get rid of it?
Yeah, apparently she moved out of the country.
Oh, that's perfect, bro. That's
Oh, wow.
that's a perfect deal. So usually, and this is just for new people. Also, usually whenever we've done a deal, Pace will say this as well. There's usually like 3 to 4 reasons why somebody's gonna sell their house at a discount, or even do a subject to or seller finance deal.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, like 2. There's usually around like 2 to 3, 2 to 4 reasons. If you can find those, it's really like 3. If you can find those 3 reasons why they want to sell, you will have a deal. So
You make that sound so easy. The thing about this, we know that she's moved away, but we've offered her. I mean, even though we couldn't really come up with a real figure, but we asked him to find out if she would be interested in seller financing. He kept saying no, she wouldn't be. So, actually, Roni, I'm really sorry she's not here. She's not able to speak. She's been texting me to guide my conversation, but she wanted to present it to you all, and to see if you all thought that it was something she should pursue.
yeah, so this is what I would do. So the house has been on the market for. Let's just look at the picture right now. So the house has been on the market for like almost 4 months.
Right.
I think it's probably going to lose their listing agreement pretty soon.
Well, it's his sister, so I'm not sure.
Oh, true. So family. What I would do is the agent is always going to make assumptions for the seller. So you really just need to convince the agent that they're going to get a commission if you do the seller finance, because you really need to get the buy-in from the agent.
Yes.
On with the seller.
Yes.
I would team up with a sub-2 student who can explain sub-2 seller finance, simply to the seller, because the seller just wants to get away from the property, and all agents want, and
it's a commission.
Yeah, this is true for Tennessee, but this is true for like anywhere. All the agents care about is their commission.
Yes.
So if you can explain to the agent that they're going to get their commission, they will they'll gladly point you in the right direction to talk to the seller.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And ask them, I'm sorry, I may have missed this. Do they know creative financing at all?
Well, yeah, he sounded like he knew what it would be, but he just figured that she wants this $275 almost upfront cash. He just figured she wouldn't be interested in. I mean, Roni presented like even 150, and then that, and then to have them finance the balance, and he wouldn't budge.
I've dealt with a couple of realtors too, and I've said to them, because they are under obligation to submit anything to the seller.
Right.
They have to, right? And we have, in our company, we've submitted an LOI and we've submitted the cash offer as well. And they will see, because an LOI is non-binding. It's
right.
To be able to say, here's creative, and this is what we can get you. We can give you this. But if you're looking for cash, it's a lot lower, right?
Right.
But we could do creative financing, and this is what it looks like, and make it very simple. And there's all kinds of LOIs. We can even get you a copy of a blank one, a template, and then give them the cash as well on one, whichever way you want to do it. And
right.
then they can really see it.
Okay.
Because if you could get that realtor to even entertain creative, you could get that realtor to become a unicorn. That could be a great contact for you for other properties, because it gives that realtor that other option to their 111
right
sellers, right?
Yes.
So it's building that relationship on top of it, even if they don't take it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you really want to continue a really good relationship with that realtor. That's why you want to try to go through the realtor first, especially if it's on the market. And, as opposed to, because anybody can just find seller's info, but you really want to keep that relationship so that realtor can like keep sending you deals like this.
Okay.
In fact, one of my, I think it was our second sub 2 deal we actually got from a realtor telling them what kind of deals we want. And this is for anybody that's new. If you guys are going to be doing like the realtor outreach, keep in mind that you're probably going to have to reach out to them like 3 or 4 times before they actually start sending you like real good deals. So keep in mind, it's like you got to be patient with the realtor game. But what we're telling realtors that we want is we're looking for 0 to like no equity deals. Those deals that, you know, if a client brings you a deal where, you know, they're going to have to cut a check at the end of closing, those are the deals that we want to help you with. We can pay your commission, but we can also pay, you know, the seller cash. So offering value. Second thing we're looking for is properties that you don't want to list, properties that are not going to get approval from banks, properties that are in distress. If you find those deals, send it to us. And then we're looking for deals that are like, I like simple deals. So I like 3 2s. So if you see any properties that are in a really good area for Airbnb, you know, send this to us. So if you send that if you like group texted like 20 realtors and you followed up with them, you'll probably have like an extra 2 or 3 deals after like a month or 2.
Oh, okay.
And target their expired listings because they're just sitting.
Absolutely.
Or target their expired listings. Yeah.
I can do something with those expired listings if you have them.
Okay.
They're really good sources. They really are. You just are going to have to, like Igwe said, work with them a little while.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Go get it, Tracy and Rose. Go get it. And of course, you know, we're always here to help with all that.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate this very much.
Well, thank you for bringing that. That was great. Anybody else?
I want to see that deal. I want to see you on that deal in the next time I see it.
Well, when she's available, we'll definitely put it together, try and put it together. And then, you know, I know that she was on the verge of giving up this morning. I know that.
Don't give up. That's how we started this call, right?
Right.
I'm going to put my contact number in here too. So if you guys have any questions, you feel free to reach out to me. I'm a substitute to it. So
appreciate it very much. Thanks.
Right.
Absolutely. Anybody, anything else? Anybody have any questions? I know you guys got to have questions. You can put it in the chat for all you W-2s who can't. Put it in the chat, or you may be just listening. I don't know.
Also, I'm going to put this in the chat too.
Okay.
How many of you all have heard of the book, The Go-Giver?
The what?
Go-Giver.
The Go-Giver.
Yeah.
No.
So
I have.
You have
Kevin?
Yeah.
Jason, can you tell us a little bit about the book or your experience?
Is that you, Sheldon?
Or Sheldon?
Well, I've heard it. I haven't read it yet.
Go-Giver.
But
I just put it in the chat here. So this is a free version of the book.
Okay.
When Sub 2 first started, this was pretty much like the spirit of Sub 2, which is being a go-giver. And this is like one of Pace's favorite books. So like everybody, when they first started Sub 2, read this book. This is the audio version and it should be free. But the Go-Giver is all about just pretty much the epitome of Pace, which is just offering value, offering value, offering value. And then that value will always come back to you. So whenever we're talking to sellers, real estate agents, you know, Sub 2 students, especially Kimberly, you always want to add value, right, with everything you got going on. So if you guys listen to this book, you'll understand the spirit of Sub 2. All the leaders who pretty much started in Sub 2 as well, we've all read it. Like Marlon, you know, pretty much Pace has read it. You know, all of the main players in Sub 2, you know, Caroline, all those people have read this book. So you definitely want to read it.
Okay. Let's see. I've got another question here that was given to me about cash flow. Negative cash flow, that's like the dreaded red in the ledger. How do you turn things around when a property isn't performing as expected?
Okay. So you so it's a real estate term that like you make your profit when you buy. So when it comes to like cash flow, it's all going to come down to underwriting, right? So it really depends on what you want to do with it. There's so many strategies now.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can get lost in like the maze of options, but like, for example, if I'd say the underlining is if you're going to buy a property, especially like creative finance or anything, you want to at the very least make sure it cash flows at least $300 after PITI. So what that looks like is if we're buying a property subject to and we're taking over a mortgage and the PITI is like $800, right? It needs to at least make $1,100 rental rate for that area or $1,200. If you're picking up a deal and the PITI is like, let's say $1,200 and the rental rate for that area is 13, you can still do the deal, but unless you do something creative like Airbnb, you know, you can put yourself in a sticky situation, you know, a few years from now.
You have Airbnbs, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a few Airbnbs. We have like 9. But the thing with Airbnb is we rent ours by the room to keep our occupancy high. There's a lot of people that rent by the whole house, but me, I like for sure money than like speculative money. So if you rent the whole house, you may have like a 40 or 30%, well, 40 or maybe 50% occupancy. I rather take a little bit less cash flow and have like a 90% occupancy because then I know for sure like that income is going to come in every single month.
Okay. And an Airbnb is extremely important in location, right? Airbnb people, someplace people want to go, they want to get to other, because the reason they're going there is to visit, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's a real important location for an Airbnb, I would imagine. Huge.
Yeah. In fact, there's like a few things that the guests there's a few things that the guests rate the Airbnb based on. One is like cleanliness. The second one is like accuracy to the pictures. Another one is like communication with the host. But one of them is also location. So if you are going to pick an Airbnb, or you have an opportunity to turn the house into Airbnb, make sure the location is, you know, suitable. Like it's near a main road, it's near like a highway, it has like convenient restaurants around the area. Because they will judge you on that. I've seen really, really good Airbnb. Like I know hosts who have really, really good Airbnbs, but they keep getting penalized on their location. So just keep that in mind before, like,
location.
If you make your money up before you close the deal, make sure when you're underwriting that you keep that in consideration too.
How important are customer referrals in an Airbnb? Like
those are really good. I mean, the funny thing about Airbnb is that the system pretty much does all the marketing for you, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to like, we get a lot of repeat customers, but the reason we get repeat customers from the people who stay with us is because we offer discounts after they stay, right?
Incentives, yeah.
So you can offer people to like, we'll tell people like, if you stayed with us before, let us know. Next time you're in town, we'll give you like a 5 to 10% discount. They'll kind of like refer themselves. But you know, we've had people like refer their brothers and sisters to come along, and if they, you know, tell us, we'll give them like a 5 or 10% discount. But the cool thing about Airbnb is it's its own marketing channel. So if it's marketing for you, and then you're also getting referrals too, you know, it's like adding gasoline to the fire.
Right. Wouldn't you know? I'm just sitting here thinking, wouldn't it like a duplex, a fourplex, be a great thing for an Airbnb?
Absolutely. It would be. So the only thing you got to keep in mind is with Airbnb, there are different, like every city's kind of different. So every city has its own like stipulations, like we were going over in Georgia.
Yeah.
Cool thing about Georgia, there's some areas that are still green and there are some areas that are in like yellow. We have a spreadsheet. So if you guys have any questions about short-term rules in your area, feel free to reach out to me or Kimberly.
Yeah.
But
Got that.
as long as your area is Airbnb friendly, you can pretty much turn a duplex to a triplex. There's some areas that still don't have that many regulations. So
Okay.
it's a good extra strategy for anybody that's, trying to cash flow.
There's a lot of distressed properties and lots of duplexes that I'm starting to see now over by the Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Falcons are. And this is an area around that area that is real distressed. It's been distressed for a long time, but now everything's going up because they're building all these parks and the Atlanta Beltways coming through and the stadium and stuff. So it's a great area to find those kinds of deals in too.
It's great to wholesale too in that area.
Say it again.
Wholesaling is strong in Georgia right now too.
Wholesaling strong. Okay. All my Georgia people.
You still got to. I think the best way to wholesale is creative finance though, because if you're just gonna wholesale with cash, you're gonna get beat by someone who's gonna offer $1 more.
True.
But if you like that deal Tracy has, if I guarantee you nobody's actually talking to the seller and saying, "Hey, we'll give you your price.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you the terms you need.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you cash flow because she's probably retired. We'll still give you cash while you're overseas. You'll never hear from us. If anything happens to the property, we'll pay for it, right? And if we default on that, you get the house back. I guarantee you nobody's saying that to us.
So makes sense. Okay. Oh, this is so great. I love it. Okay. Also, let's see. How do you tackle increased liability concerns and ensure your investments stay rock solid?
For that, you have to pray to God. No.
That's the answer. Pray.
You gotta pray. No.
Okay.
Ask me a question again.
It's how do you tackle increased liability concerns and ensure investments stay solid?
So ensure investments stay solid.
Yeah, like the liability concerns, anything liability with any properties, I guess, and make sure your investments stay as rock solid, as lucrative as possible.
That's a good question. So I would say, again, that comes in on the front end. If you make sure the deal is super solid on the front end, there's a lot less that can happen on the back end. Of course, anything can happen, right?
Right.
But if you are like before you close on a property, if you're doing a real inspection with somebody you trust, like the biggest thing with buying the property is going to be the foundation. So if you can make sure there's like no cracks above the doors, if you can make sure there's no cracks in the foundation outside, if you can make sure the roof is solid, if you can make sure AC is good, and you buy it like that, when you hold it, you've already, checked those boxes. So if something like that does happen, it's not going to come from nowhere, right?
Right.
So we do inspections on all of our properties. For the Airbnbs, they're local to where I am, so I actually check on all the properties like twice a week. If you have cleaners, you can alert them that if they see anything, going on crazy, they can let you know.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you are not going to be in the state, you need to make sure you have really good boots on the ground or a really good property manager. That's not going to hide stuff from you. The biggest thing with property managers is, or even if you guys have renters, this is big with renters, is if something goes wrong in the house, they won't tell you.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. So if the fixture breaks in the bathroom,
yeah,
a lot of times they won't tell you, and then you'll come back when they're like out of the house and you'll see the faucet was broken all the time and they were just living with it.
Right.
Or I'm trying to think of like a real example. One time, one of our guests one of our tenants, this was a renter a while ago, he actually put in a whole fan in the house, and we didn't know until we got to the property when he moved out. Stuff like that can cause a liability, but if you have somebody checking the property, which is easy to do with Airbnb, or you have walkthroughs, you can minimize that. As well with insurance, I don't know how you guys feel about like sub 2 insurance, but we always get our own insurance policy on our properties. But
Okay.
I'd say those are like the easiest ways to combat that.
Okay. Good. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else? Let's see. I've got so many questions here. On online markets where opportunity and challenges collide. How do you overcome the hurdles of the digital market and make sure you're staying ahead of the curve?
Digital market.
Ooh.
They mean like Facebook and stuff, or
I guess, yeah. Social.
okay. I would just have to lump that in with the rest of the same people who are looking for the same deals, right?
Yeah.
Just take it the same way you take any other deal, right? Massive
Yeah.
imperfect action.
Yeah. Passive imperfect action.
I guarantee you, I don't know how many people are on here right now. 8 people.
Yeah.
If every single person just took massive imperfect action, like you message 20 realtors a day.
Yeah.
Just telling them what you want.
Yeah.
You knocked on, 20 doors a day.
Yeah.
You called 20 sellers a day. And those are like really low numbers. But if you were just consistent and you did that, you wouldn't help but run into the people who are praying for you to come. Right. You wouldn't help find the sellers that have the issues.
Yeah.
That they need.
Yeah.
You wouldn't help but just find that seller that's just like they have 3 or 4 pain points and they have no equity and they don't know what to do. And then you tell them, we can offer value this way, this way, this way. And then they're like,
Okay.
where do I sign up?
I like it. Okay. Anybody else? Anything else right now? Let's see. I have a question. How big of a social media presence do you have, Igwe? And how is that impacting your business?
So that is
positively.
That's a great question. I am horrible at social media.
Okay.
That's actually one of the areas I need to work on.
Okay.
I do a lot of work, but I haven't posted in like 6 months of the stuff we're doing right now. We're doing a flip. And of course, we got the Airbnb stuff. But that's one area of improvement. At least I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
Because if we start telling more of the stuff we're doing, and this is why I'm on here too, so I can help people get more deals, close the deals they already have under contract,
Right.
and then also dispo their deals for them. But I know, like Mamadou, he does a lot of social media. I've talked to him before. He's told me he gets around 2 to 3 more deals every single month from his social media.
Okay.
Me, I'm doing a lot of door knocking, so I guess you could put that on social media, but I don't know how fun that is. But what I should do is and this would be great for you too as a connector, I guess, help find me somebody who can like boost my stuff on social media.
Okay.
But
make it a note.
I do know that we use like Facebook Marketplace to dispo our deals. We join a lot of Facebook groups.
Yeah.
We network with wholesalers. And that way, I guess that's the way we use social media. But
okay.
yeah, I haven't started that leg. But once we start that leg of like really posting, it'll be a good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's social media. There's so much. It's so much in and of itself, and to be present and to stay on top of it all the time. It's a job.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I find myself visiting sites all the time, and even at late at night. It's like, a drug. I'm just constantly on it. So,
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
The thing is, I have really bad ADD. So what I noticed myself doing when I was on social media or the video is I would have the video, I have it on my phone, I'm putting it on social media, and then I'd spend like 20 to 30 minutes trying to figure out the right like background music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is stupid. I should just be calling another seller,
Right. Trying to get your personality in there because it's so important,
Yeah.
All right, we've got about 5 minutes left before I'm going to let Igwe go. So you guys got 5 minutes. Any other questions, comments, concerns? You've got his information. You've got all of ours.
Joseph
Anything?
says this has been great stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a question.
You do, Sheldon, go.
Do you own do you manage or manage your own Airbnbs, or do you have a property management company that does it for you?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So I actually self-manage all of ours just because these are the houses that we have, we all got from pretty much Creative Finance and door knocking. So they're pretty close to me, so I manage them personally. But we do have cleaners that go and clean the rooms. But I'll usually go out there just to like look at the properties, make sure anything, there's nothing crazy, make sure the grass is cut, that kind of stuff.
Okay. How did you find your cleaners?
So that's pretty interesting. So we actually found ours from Craigslist. So we just put an ad in Craigslist. We put $18 to $25 an hour. Because they're only cleaning the room, it really only takes around 2 hours to clean the room. And we charge the cleaning fee when they book the Airbnb, we put a cleaning fee on there. So pretty much when they're booking their reservation, they're paying for the cleaner to clean the room. Right?
Yeah.
If we pay them $18 an hour, 2 hours, that's $36, and we charge the guests $45 cleaning fee, we essentially make $9 on that.
Yeah. Oh, so you like mark it up for the guests to pay, and then you get extra for that. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Now the thing with Craigslist is you will get a lot of people that'll hit your ad, but these people are not the most reliable. So I've had they're good people. We always do interviews and stuff, but they'll stay for maybe 3 to 6 months, and then we'll have to find a new cleaner. So we've been thinking about maybe hiring from Indeed. But as long as there's 2 or 3 people who are willing to come out, you'll be good.
Igwe, you should think about hiring your own, buying your own cleaning service.
Yes. We need you on the staff to help manage these people. But yeah, that's a great idea too.
You know what I mean? Look for one of those distressed. He wants to just give it up. He's done. Hire your own, and you could do whatever you wanted.
Absolutely.
All right. Good questions. Anything else, Sheldon?
So you mainly specialize in the dispositions, correct?
I find more passion in acquisitions.
Oh, okay.
But I can help you in dispoing, or I can connect you to somebody who can, who's in your city. What city are you in?
I'm in Sacramento, California, but I'm active in Joshua Tree, California right now.
Okay, that's cool. I used to live in California.
Yeah, I'm mainly active in Joshua Tree for short-term rentals, but in Sacramento, I'm going to be practicing real estate as an agent.
Okay, cool. I used to live in what's that place? I used to live in Santa Rosa.
Oh, you said you lived in Sacramento as well at one point?
Well, I stayed there for a few days doing insurance, but we had an office in Santa Rosa right before the fires. There's actually this guy right here. His name is, my phone is messed up, but his name is Ruben
Ramirez.
Yeah, he's in Sacramento sub too.
Oh yeah, I would love to connect with him.
I can text you his contact.
Okay, here.
I'll give it to Kimberly and she can give it to you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
But,
okay.
Yeah, he's in Sacramento. Cool. What's your goals out there? Or you said you're about to be a realtor or something?
Yeah, I'm getting into a brokerage. My main goal right now is I'm on a 90-day time frame in Joshua and this short-term rental group that I'm a part of, and I need to start finding co-hosting clients. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So the clock's started today. So at the end of November, I need to have my first co-hosting client.
Co-hosting. Okay, you'll have to help me. Are you talking about like arbitrage?
No, property management.
Okay, you're gonna manage other people's Airbnbs?
Yeah. So I'm heavily doing acquisitions right now on that front. And then in Sacramento, I'm just looking to like calling a tax delinquent list. So I'm going to handle acquisitions out here to find. Mainly, I'm looking for wraps here in Sacramento, but I do want to make sure if a wrap doesn't work or a sober living facility doesn't work, then I can revert to a long-term rental.
Absolutely. Well, if there's anything you need from me, let me know how I can help. For sure. Sacramento is very hot, so I don't know how you live there.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good city. They got a lot. They got the basketball team out there, and there's a lot of. Last time I was there, there was a lot of construction, so it's a good area.
Yeah, there's still a lot of construction here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase?
Hey, Igwe, I have a quick question for you. Somebody that's like watching this video or that's thinking about going into real estate investing, but they don't really know if they should. They got a lot of doubts. That voice in the back of their mind is talking a little bit too much, too loud. What would you say to them to kind of give them a little bit of motivation to make that leap of faith anyways?
It's a great question. Try not to make a joke. I'm trying to give you a real answer. You know what I'm saying?
I love jokes, but either way.
What I would say is you're going to work anyway. So you're going to work anyway. So if you sacrifice a little bit more now, you'll be rewarded for forever, is what I would say. So, and then by doing that, it's imperfect action, right? Imperfect action to that goal. So you have to keep in mind, it's like if you're learning a new language, which is what real estate is, pretty much like a new language, you have to give yourself credit that you're not going to be perfect when you first start, right? You're not going to learn Spanish all today and like be able to hold a conversation. You have to give yourself grace to mess up and just keep taking action. So imperfect action. And then when it comes to any deal, if you talk to enough people, you will find a deal. So the more hands you shake, the more money you make. If you keep that in mind, you'll give yourself grace for messing up. Like imagine I'm going to people's houses and knocking on their door and they don't know who I am. I get cussed out so many times.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. So if I keep talking to the right people, if I keep going to people who are in foreclosure and stopping their foreclosure, I'm literally going to wind up in front of the people who are waiting for me to be there. And it's cool because when you actually do see the clients who are happy, you know, when you help them out, it makes it all worth it.
Beautiful. I love that. All right, we're past our time. Anybody else real quick? First of all, I do want to say this. We're being recorded, so I just want everybody to know we're being recorded. We may use that in some sort of social media capacity. It's all in your NDA. We won't make anybody look bad.
You can start on social media for sure.
Everything is definitely on what Chase was asking and Igwe was saying. Everything you want's on the other side of yes in this business. You've got so many people that you can rely on. We rely on each other every single day. I rely on Chase. I rely on Sheldon. I rely on Joseph. I rely on them every single day, and I'm better for it. I hope. I also got something else I wanted to say this because this is kind of my mantra. It said, do it messy, do it scared, do it imperfect, and do it anyway. Because we're going to mess up. We're not perfect. We're never going to do it perfect, but who cares? Doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway. So, Igwe, thank you so much for this. I know everybody got a really good amount of information and good value from that, and that's exactly what Roundtable is about. That's what we hope to bring to everybody that joins here. And just kind of like Hot Ones, which is one of my favorite shows, by the way. Tell everybody what you got going on before we leave.
What I got going on is we are always trying to help new Sub 2 students. So if you guys have any deals, especially questions, I work 24/7. I'm kind of like Kobe. I'm kind of crazy. So
I love it.
If you guys have any questions about any deal, you can always call me. My phone number is in here, 615-668-1458. You can always text me or call me. Also, I'm working on a flip right now. So once I complete that, I can like post that in Sub 2 and you guys can see it. But if you're ever in Tennessee or if you got any deals in Tennessee, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for putting this together. Like, this is what the community needs. So we need more people like you. I appreciate it.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, Igwe. Everybody, mwah, thank you so much. Have an outstanding day. We'll talk.
Thank you. Bye.